of, I don't know what it is. We're doing a community show to bring to you and showcase the amazing things that charities and not-for-profits are doing in our communities. And I'm about to be joined by Theonie Adaire, my partner in crime, also my business partner for On the Right Foot. But today she is my co-host. And we will be speaking to Karen Percival, who's the CEO of Motor Neuron Disease Australia, South Australia. Now, this has been really, really interesting, quite a fun ride because Theonie has just called me and she said that she's been held up in traffic. She's actually driving down to Sir Donald Bradman Drive in Adelaide, South Australia, from where Karen is currently holding a staff meeting. She normally has a staff meeting on Thursdays from 9 till 10, but she's cutting her staff meeting short so that she can, hello, darling, how are you going? There's Mandy, my sister from another mister. Lovely to see you here. Please share because we're actually doing. We are highlighting charities and not-for-profits in South Australia and eventually across Australia. But what we want to do is really brand champion for charities who are doing amazing things in the community, but sometimes need a little bit more support and a little bit more exposure to get themselves to a point where they are using social media to a degree that it actually can be used. So we're here to help. At the moment, it's just me because I scheduled the broadcast for 9:30 and Theonie has just called and said she's going to be probably 5 minutes before she actually gets she's driving, and she just said she's a few minutes away from getting to her destination, which is Motor Neuron Disease Australia, South Australia, where she's going to be speaking with the CEO of MNDASA, and she will be they'll be live here with me, joining me very, very shortly. In the meantime, what I thought, I've got a My Time TV live, and I'm not quite sure who's made this comment, but thank you. We've got a lot of show producers and show presenters on My Time TV, and it is either Linda, Paula, or one of the other presenters who said it sounds really inspiring. I love it. I'll have to check out the replay. So what I would like to do is we haven't named the show. We've got weekly oracle reading with Paula Dutch and from Dynamics Mind Body Connection, and we've got Monday morning bliss bombs, which is meditation with Linda Elmsley. We have also with Linda on Wednesdays. We have, hey, it's Paula. Thanks, darling. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it very much. And we've got the lounge room chat on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. with Linda Elmsley again. So we've got some stuff happening. We've got some other things planned for My Time TV, a regular gardening show for permaculture, vegan cooking, a whole heap of amazing, amazing stuff. We haven't got a name for this show. If you're watching this, please share, because we want to get this message out as far and wide as possible. And if you can't support local charities and local not-for-profits by donating or attending their events, you can absolutely help by sharing this broadcast so that when Theonie and Karen finally get here, we can share some valuable information and we can connect them to people in the community who are able to support them. And your support by sharing this broadcast onto your personal profiles, your business pages, and groups where it's appropriate would be very much appreciated. So what I'm going to do while we're waiting, I'm going to share my desktop, because we do have the business page for I just got to call it MNDASA, okay? So you know what I'm talking about. No, we have Theonie. I'm going, shared. Paula says she shared. Thank you very much. I'm going to bring Theonie, and Karen's here too. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Woo! Hello, Theonie. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Karen's just taking us into a room.
I'm just going to, go into
Hello.
a room.
This is live broadcasting at its rawest. It really is. Karen, welcome. Thank you so much for being part of our inaugural show. This is truly a momentous occasion. We're going to look back on this and you're going to go, I was there.
Karen also has cut a staff meeting short today to be here with us.
Yes, I've already said that, and I was about to share your business page on Facebook, but now we've got the real deal. So,
okay. So can we sit down and
we totally can.
For sure. Paula's here. She's saying good morning, Theonie and Karen.
So who's saying good morning? I say good morning.
Time TV, but it's Paula.
Good morning.
Oh, Paula. Shall we just sit here?
She shared. So yeah. This is awesome. Thank you. Thank you again. This is exciting. Theonie and I, we knew that we wanted to do a show that would have some effect or some impact on the community but we decided this last year, but we didn't know exactly what we wanted to do a show about. And so we haven't even got a name for it. So
do you know, this morning when we were brainstorming names, you know what was coming into my head? I kept singing. You know, did you used to watch Sesame Street when you were a kid way back then, yeah?
I'm not admitting to anything.
Yes, we meet in the neighbourhood.
In your neighbourhood. I think we'll run a competition to help the community help us name it. Because what we're all about is helping charities and causes and not-for-profits to get some exposure and really ramp up what they're doing on social media and with their fundraising and brand awareness capacity. So that's what we're all about. Let's talk about you.
That's one of the reasons I wanted to speak to Karen specifically. Now, I think MND has come into the public awareness with Neil Danaher in recent years. And today was just pure timing. So this weekend, different charity, different organisation and different focus for their charity. They have the AFL run their big freeze and whatever, but they work on finding a cure. But patients who are suffering now and their families need support now. They can't wait for a cure. Many of them won't live to see a cure, sadly. Yeah. So tell us a little about...
So MNDASA are here to support all South Australians that are diagnosed with motor neuron disease. So we want to make sure that when somebody receives that devastating diagnosis and they look at their doctor and they say, well, what do I do now? That we are here to take the call. So we will take the call. We have MND advisors that are specialists in motor neuron disease that will go out to people's homes. They will sit with the family. They will sit with the person that has been diagnosed. We explain what MND entails. We will tell them how we can support them. So we have community sessions that people can come together so that they can be with others that are going through the same experience. We have equipment that we can loan people because it takes an awfully long time to get equipment through the various systems that there are. We have an occupational therapist that can go out and actually they're specialist again. She's a specialist in MND, so she knows particular equipment that is suited to people with motor neuron disease. And we basically make sure that people are supported. We give phone support, home support. If people are eligible for the NDIS, we can coordinate services for them. Because, again, we understand the needs of people with motor neuron disease. So, we're here to take the call, support people, bring the community together. So we have regular sessions. There's one at least once a month, but we also have other sessions in between where we will bring a specialist speaker in. But what is more important is people come together and it's not just the person that's been diagnosed, but also their carers or family members that can come along and just to talk with other people, to understand what journeys they're going through, to support each other is really important, and probably the most important element of those sessions isn't necessarily the speaker, which might be on, various equipment, or a physio or a speech pathologist or an occupational therapist. We have different speakers, but the most important element is actually people having lunch afterwards or a drink. There's some of our clients can't even eat, but being able to come together and just talk to each other. And I find it very inspirational when I go along to those sessions and they're sitting there, reminiscing and talking about their lives. And we've got a fantastic community. They're amazing people. And often, it's about making sure that they can enjoy their lives. For us, it's about making sure they can live the rest of their lives, and that they have all the supports and networks and equipment and things that they need so that they can stay in a setting of their choice, regardless of their age or postcode. So we're trying to make sure that if people want to stay at home, they can stay at home. So yeah, that's what essentially we are here and doing. But the challenge that goes with that is we don't receive any government funding for our services. We're the only state association that don't in South Australia.
Also, the MND associations of other states get
some of them, different forms.
Yeah.
But in South Australia, we don't, unfortunately. So we are reliant upon fundraising, donations, bequests, and grants, really, to provide the services that we give.
Now, speaking of fundraising, when was the walk?
The walk was at the beginning of May, so we always have a walk for our community on the first Sunday in May. So you can lock it in for next year, first Sunday in May. We have a new location, so it's down in Glenelg on the foreshore, right in front of the Stanford Grand, down at Glenelg by the jetty.
Lots of places to go and hydrate afterwards.
There is lots of places. And this year we had the biggest yet. We had 1,100 people, and it was absolutely fantastic.
The number 11 keeps popping up, Adaire.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it? I just want to know how early can we register? And I've got Theonie. I've got half of you. When I put myself on the screen, I've got half of your face and half of Karen's. So, that's cute.
Close, shall we?
That's nice. Paula's saying she's watching the replay. She needs to get ready for a client. But thank you for joining us, Paula. This is awesome too, and she shared as well. So if you are just joining us, we're talking to Karen Percival, the CEO of Motor Neuron Disease Australia, South Australia, and we are. Karen shared with us a little bit about some of the things that the organisation does to help clients and people with the motor neuron disease, and also their families. And I think that's until there's a cure, it is caring, because it's such a devastating disease. So I just want to ask, if you are just tuning in, also please share, because we want to get the word out as far and as wide as possible. And we're here to support the cause. Aiden James Bird. I don't know why I said Biden. Hello, Aiden. Thank you for joining us. And he's saying amazing, absolutely amazing organisation. So welcome, and thank you for joining us today on the show. So, so Karen, just tell us a bit more about the annual event that you have, and then I'd like to talk about the gala ball that you've got coming up.
Yeah. So the annual event, the walk, effectively it's a walk that is wheelchair friendly, dog friendly, family friendly, from setting off from in front of the Stanford Grand. It's only 5 kilometres, which for you ladies would be really easy. It's only 5 kilometres along the foreshore. We had big groups this year that were walking back along the beach. It was absolutely glorious. But for us, it's about bringing our community together to see. There were a lot of clients that were actually down at the walk this year. There were some with their breathing apparatus, a number in wheelchairs, but they all had teams of people around them, and they saw how many people were out there supporting them, which is really, really important. It's about people knowing that they understand what they're going through. And you've got people around you out there to support you. It also serves as a memorial. Unfortunately, we lose approximately 4 to 6 clients a month, so in any one year, there's families out there that are grieving for over 60 families that are grieving. And so a number of families actually use it as an annual event to come out and take time to reflect on the one that, the person in their family that they lost. So for us, it's a really important day. As I say, for all those reasons, a memorial event, bringing our community together, showing our support, but it also serves as a fundraiser. There's people that do all sorts of things in association with the walk. There's some that go out and set up everyday hero pages. There's some that do tea parties, some that do their own little raffles or family events. We had one family that did a huge quiz night. And they're all raising funds towards that day. It sort of focuses people raising funds for us. And this year we were very successful in raising $85,000 through that one event.
Oh, wow.
Which
congratulations.
For us was just, that helps pay our wages and provide those services for, a couple of months. So
with the services that you provide,
mm-hmm.
And getting things like the equipment that people need, so we were talking the other day, we chatted on the phone, we were talking
mm-hmm.
about the beds.
Yep.
Because somebody whose, diagnosis has progressed, they're not sitting upright here like you and I are right now.
No.
They need comfort, and this is what it's about. You can't just shove someone on a flat mattress and leave them be. So what do they call? What's the cost of them?
I suppose just the nature of motor neurone disease is that you gradually lose the ability to move the muscles of voluntary movement. So it can affect people in their legs that they can't walk anymore, their arms that they can't use their arms anymore, their speech. Some people, the first symptoms they get is they lose their ability to speak. But motor neurone disease shuts down the voluntary movement muscles, and to a point that you can't swallow, you can't breathe. But as it affects different people at different times and at different stages. Somebody could be impacted straight away that they notice a limp in their leg. Some people it could be that their grip isn't so strong in their hand. As I say, some people it can be their voice. But essentially there may be different equipment needs that people need through that journey as they lose the ability to use their arms or use their legs. So we basically have equipment such as beds, electric wheelchairs, hoists that can help move people, because when they can't do it themselves, they need someone to help them, and those people need things to help them. So we basically have beds that make sure that people can get in a comfortable position, like hospital beds. But they are, I mean, I can't say the exact price off the top of my head, but all this stuff costs tens of thousands of dollars. For one person, just to have a set of equipment to support one person, it's tens of thousands of dollars. And for some families, that isn't within their means, because it's not like some disabilities that you might be buying it for the next 40 years. Unfortunately, the nature of MND is that the average life expectancy is only 27 months from diagnosis. So you might be buying a wheelchair or needing a bed for essentially quite a short period, and it's quite expensive equipment. So we're trying to make sure that people can get that equipment in an appropriate timescale so that they're comfortable. But it does all require funding, and I think what I was saying to you the other day, it's not just about getting the equipment. So we were very successful in some grants to get some equipment, but what we need to fund also is we need storage facilities to store the equipment. We need maintenance facilities to maintain equipment. We need, we need to get it cleaned when it comes back to us. We need to get it delivered to people. We need to get it picked up from people. It all costs money. So we are fundraising to pay for all of those things. So,
And so the next event.
Yes.
Before we move on to the next event, did you have anything else to add, Adaire?
I do, actually. Karen, I wondered if you have a volunteer program. I've got a background and a history in working with not-for-profits and volunteering, and I'm absolutely passionate about the sector. It's something that I just I love, and being out of it for a little while, I'm feeling like I want to like the pull to come back into the sector has been so strong, and to be able to bring this platform with me is even just amazing that I can do this. So, but volunteer programs, is that something that you do with MNDASA?
Yeah, we do. So we have a few different types of volunteers. So the way I try and keep our running costs down is to have volunteers that come and help us in the office. So we have people that will come in and deal with merchandise for us, or pack things up, unpack things, make phone calls, take phone calls, etc. So we have volunteers that are office based. So if people have office skills or they just want to help out a day a week, we have a few people that come in, but we haven't got every day covered. We look for people that can help us with various campaigns. So like we've got the gala dinner or the walk, that requires that the walk itself had about 50 volunteers. So people actually helping us to volunteer at events. But we also have support services assistants. So that's people that can make calls from the office to people with MND and families of people with motor neuron disease, just to check in and say, are you okay? Just to have a phone call to say, are you okay? Is there anything that the association can help you with at the moment? So that's volunteers that do that for us. And we have our community visitors program. So when people do reach a point that they can't leave their house very often because they aren't very mobile, maybe the carer needs to go to the shops, and about having someone that can go in and just have a chat, have a cup of tea. It's not about caring. It's just about some company and maybe sitting watching a movie with someone, but knowing somebody is there. So we have community visitors as well. So,
that is really really awesome. My mind's going a million miles an hour here because so I was going to say, if people want to volunteer with you, what is the best way for them to connect with you?
Right, there's two ways. So they can either give us a call, 08 8234 8448. 8234 8448. Or if they email us on admin, so admin at mndsa.org.au.
So email admin at mndsa.org.au. Okay. Another easy way that you can get in touch, I'm just hijacking the conversation here, Karen, is just if you're watching this, you're obviously on Facebook, you can there's a link above that will take you directly to the Motor Neuron Disease South Australia page. It's called MNDSA South Australia. Just click on that, go to the page, send them a message, and we make it as easy as possible for you to get in touch with them. Let's talk about the gala ball, because we're sort of down to the wire, and also I want to know how we can donate for raffle items and this type of thing. I was saying before you came on, because people can, or was it after you come on? Anyway, I was saying that please share, because if you can't buy a ticket to the ball, the gala, it's a gala event, I think it's called the Glitz and Glamour Gala Dinner. That's it. There we go. Theonie's brainwashed me to call it a ball, but that's okay. Glitz and Glamour Gala Dinner, 3rd of August at Festival Function Centre. If you can't get a ticket for there, or if you can't make it, or if you find that you don't have the resources to donate or, to sponsor, please just share this broadcast, because somebody might see it who is able to, and so you're doing your bit by sharing the broadcast. So let's get into that. Theonie, take it away.
So with the gala dinner, you're in early bird pricing at the moment.
We are.
For ticket sales. So when does that end?
So we're in early bird pricing until the 17th of June. So until the 17th of June, single tickets are $135 and a table of 10 is $1,300. So that's until the 17th of June. And after the 17th of June, we will still be selling tickets, but they will revert to the normal price, which is $150 a single ticket, $1,500 for a table of 10.
And so for the 135 or 150, depending on when people buy their tickets, what's included?
So we've got pre-dinner drinks, we have a 3-course meal, we have 5 hours of drinks. 5 hours, wow.
Do you know how much you can drink in 5 hours? Do you know how much you would spend in 5 hours drinking? Forget about the food.
I'll be designated driver.
There will be lots of food. We're trying to make sure there is lots of food. But we also have entertainment. So we have a cabaret act. We have a caricaturist that's actually going to come down and draw pictures for people. We also have a professional MC and Derek McManus is our professional MC. Sorry, the cabaret act is featuring Becky Blake, who is the cabaret chick and is also the lead singer of Chunky Custard. So,
I was wondering where I'd heard her name before. So why do I know that name?
She does cabaret. So she's.
I love Chunky Custard. That's. I'm excited. We're booking our table. We're going to get a table together, but keep going.
No,
yes.
It's not Chunky Custard, but it's Becky. So yeah. So
that's okay. She's brilliant.
So yeah, we have Becky, and then we've got a group, Shaken Not Stirred, is going to come down and get the dance floor rocking right the way through till midnight. Awesome. And I mean, the important thing for us, it's obviously a night around fundraising, but the whole idea behind the gala dinner was to create special events that our clients can come and create special memories. Last year, we actually had Christmas in July. That was about creating 2 Christmases in a year because some of our clients are told they might not make next Christmas. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a venue in July this year to have Christmas in July this year because of all the football games that are on a Saturday night in July. It causes havoc, as does the school holidays. But we've made it a glitz and glamour event on the 3rd of August, so we did it as soon as we could. And the reason that it's on a Friday night in August is because it's showdown on Saturday.
Bloody football.
Yeah, I know. So we made it on the Friday night, so there is no excuse if there's the football game on because it's showdown on the Saturday night. So all the Adelaide teams are playing on the Saturday. So yeah, we're really looking forward to a good night. It's it should be great fun. And as I say, my thing is about actually making sure everybody has a fantastic night. We've also got a professional photographer coming down, taking photographs of groups and people on the night as well, and of course the photo booth. So
they're always
fun. They are fun.
They're always
fun.
With
lots of props.
Now you're getting copies of all the photos that people take.
Oh no. Well, maybe.
No, you need to because
we are
stuff in photo booths.
I'm looking forward to it.
The photos, but they do some fun stuff.
They do
it
some
just
fun stuff.
Brightens up your day afterwards. Now, Adaire and I are getting a table together for this event. So if you want the privilege of sitting with us, come on, let's
do we have to pay people to do that, or do you think they're going to cough up the dough?
No, so
well, we promise you we promise you a fun and maybe slightly inappropriate, because we can be inappropriate when we get together.
You can even drive everyone home. I can walk because it's close to home.
I'll be designated driver. We can get Matt Palmer from the. My God! Table for
driver.
He's the driver with Kirsty's table for 8.
Yeah,
yes, so. We'll figure something out anyway.
So if you want to sit at our table with us, we'd love to have you. Let us know. But better still, get 9 of your own friends and make a table yourself.
Yes. Yes. Yep. That would be. Yep. So the other thing you can do is donate for the gala dinner. So message Karen and on the page, which is the link is above. Message Karen. The easiest way is to say, "Hey, I've got this. Actually, I have some wine, a case of wine in the car that I'm bringing over today for the donation from Social Media with Adaire for the
wine
for the gala dinner." So that's for you guys. So you're having a wine wall and raffles and things like that.
Yeah, so we're having a wine wall, we'll have a live auction, we have silent auctions, and a table centre raffle as well. So, some great prizes will be on offer, but we are looking for donations of prizes and experiences. I think people love experiences.
Experiences are great because they're you can't put a dollar value on those, and they do tend to raise a fair bit of money because it's something that you wouldn't think about to just go and buy for yourself.
So I mean, last year we've got a twist Brad Ebert's arm again, but last year, we auctioned an hour of Brad Ebert's time to go and do a kid's birthday party or go along to a Barbie or something. So Brad Ebert's an ambassador of ours because he lost his grandmother to MND. We experiences are great, but also to let people know that as much as we're looking for prizes and wine, we also do have some sponsorship opportunities available that include tables of 10 seats as well. So you can promote your business, advertise your business, and you also get 10 tickets to come along to the event included in those as well.
I know that he was involved in the promotion of your Walk to Defeat, but Pikey lost, his grandfather?
He lost his father.
It was his father?
Yeah, Don Pike lost his father to MND.
Is he coming to the ball?
It's
not Showdown?
Yeah, it's Showdown. It's the night before Showdown, and apparently there's some curfew that goes on, but he made an appearance last year, so
good
we will see whether he can make an appearance
now,
again this
I know
year.
what you're thinking, Adaire.
What am I thinking?
Who's Don Pike? Don Pike is the coach of the Adelaide Crows, Adaire. He lost his father to MND, and he has been lovely. He came along and opened up our walk for us. So great support.
I just don't do football, so it's not in my frame of reference. But when you talk about people like that, and you either an O on the end of the name or an IE, I know it's got to be something to do with football.
Don popped into the dinner last year, and after he'd spoken, he was having selfies and things taken with people. But what was wonderful was to see how he was making the effort to go around the room and talk to people, clients in the room that had MND, and just making the time to actually spend some time and talk with them was just wonderful to see. So he really understands motor neuron disease, and it was lovely to see him there.
That's brilliant. Now we're right out of time. We're over time, and we've got to wind this up because I'm going to get across town for our Women in Business Adelaide event, which is happening at 11 o'clock, and neither of us are there to set up. So,
I can't see.
So I'm going to thank you very much, Karen, and thank you. It's been awesome. Thank you for being part of this inaugural show with Theonie and myself. It's a fun journey, and we're looking forward to where this is going to take us and how much help or damage we can do in the community and I mean that in a really good way, in terms of making an impact for people who do have who need help in whatever way, shape or form, with charities and not-for-profits who are doing amazing things in the community and just would like a bit more of a voice to get themselves out there and get some more airspace on this social media landscape. Thank you both very, very much. Theonie, we'll see you, and hopefully we'll see you in about an hour or two if you're able to join us, Karen.
Yep, no, that'd be lovely. Thank you. Thanks for the
opportunity.
Right. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Amazing. For our first show on whatever, the show with no name, if you can come up with a show for a show name for what we want to do, Theonie's saying that little ditty should be, who are the people in your neighbourhood, but we will come up with something. With your help, if you can think of a name for the show that is round, not-for-profits, charities, fundraising and helping people in general, please let us know, because we're all keen to get ourselves a name and for the show that's easily recognisable. And if you can help us do it, it's a real community effort. I'm Adaire Palmer, and you did see Theonie Rossianos and Karen Percival earlier, and we will see you next week, Thursday morning at 9:30 Australian Central Standard Time for the show with no name. Bye for now.